Go to Athens. It's so much fun. I need a weekend. I'll take next. I'll take next.
Last time I saw you at Brad.
I saw those.
What is that?
Hey.
Good, how are you? How was barbecue?
So it was.
No, it was VA. Have you met her? Very funny.
Good evening, everybody. The time is now 7:30, so we are going to go ahead and bring this meeting to an order. Starting off with our regular way, would anybody like to utilize open forum at this time? Yes, Senator Beer.
Peter, engineering. So my open forum topic is mainly about feedback that I got during my office hour. So a lot of students have been talking about the fact that dollar amounts for food on campus have actually increased despite the fact that we got rid of the promo fee. I don't know if anybody else knows that, but I'm open for more feedback on that.
One, two, cool.
So during my office hour this past week, I actually got some feedback from some students in the College of Engineering, kind of remarking that food prices have increased despite the fact that we no longer have a grub team, and so it almost seems like it's accounted for that. But I just wanted to know if you guys had any feedback on that as well.
Personally, feel Starbucks has increased their prices. I don't know why. Definitely didn't use all of my money dollars last semester, but this semester I ended up using most of them. I feel Starbucks and Chick-fil-A.
C-store too.
Repeat what they said.
Yes, so during my office hour, what they
What
just
they just asked you.
So students are also, they said that they've been running out of $90 quicker because Chick-fil-A and Starbucks have both increased their prices, and then the C-store as well.
Just like, if anyone does ask y'all that on, during your office hours, the new taco place is really good and affordable options. Just to point something that's positive about that. I know that's like not a great sell, but I think it was $10 for like a burrito and chips the other day for $10.85. It was really pretty affordable.
Another thing is food during game days. So a bottle of, I think so small bottle costs like $7 in the game. And the sound is like free.
Good to know. Take all that, thank you.
Would anyone else like to utilize open forum at this time? Yes, Senator Bonner.
Connor, Kosam, hey you all. Within like DEI, we're working on maybe doing a partnership with the Career Closet and a department store. So I just wanted to get like a poll of like what type of department store y'all would maybe want to partner with, or which ones would pique your interest more. So I'm gonna say 3 and just raise your hand, or whichever one, so I can just see which one you like. And this will mainly be for business professional clothes, and like shoes and like professional wear. Okay. The first one is Dillard's. If you like Dillard's, raise your hand.
Is it like a one vote thing? Or
Yeah, it's just
Oh.
one vote.
What are the other
What are
options?
they?
Oh, you want to say okay. So sorry. It's gonna be Dillard's, TJ Maxx, and Belk. Okay. Dillard's. Okay. TJ Maxx. And then Belk.
You're proud. You can't be so proud.
Thank y'all. Y'all are so amazing.
Thanks, Jada. Would anyone else like to utilize open forum at this time? If not, we will move into the approval of the minutes. The minutes were sent out electronically last Tuesday. Are there any corrections to be made to the minutes? Seeing none, they are now marked as approved and corrected. And we will now move into reports from officers, beginning with the president.
Hey y'all, not much for me this week. So office hours from 12:30 to 3 on Tuesday, tomorrow. So come see me. Love to hang out and talk. I'll just be hanging out in my office. So just be alone. So come see me. I'm meeting with the deputy AD Rhett Hobart this week. So if you have any athletics feedback, love to hear it. But yeah, just let me know. And then would love to see y'all Friday at 10 a.m. I'll be in a dunk tank in front of the Aubie statue. And yeah, I'm prepared to get dunked a few times. So I'd love to see y'all out there and dunking me. So that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, that's all I got. Thanks y'all.
Why
Yeah.
are you going to dunk them?
It's for BBFD. I'm not just going to.
Yeah, that's fine.
How much for the dunk?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe a few dollars, but I don't know. I don't really care. You can go up and just hit it if you want to. It'll be fun. So yeah, come on. Thank y'all.
Thanks, Jack. Now moving to report from the treasurer.
Hey y'all, so we're gonna go over our exec goal updates tonight, and then one of the things with that is our financial projects AVP is meeting with the College of Business president on schools council this week to talk about financial counselors, and then I've reached out to a contact Fidelity, the same one that Kentucky used, to talk about that resource, and then if you haven't gotten a ring, they're available until October 4th. Thank y'all.
Thanks, Will. Now a report from the EDB of Outreach.
Hey y'all, hope y'all had a good weekend. So big shout out to Phaedra and the DI committee. Campus roundtables today if anybody came. It was a great event. I really think it was awesome, and they put in a lot of hard work, and I think it went really well. And Josh and the DI team and cabinet, so that was awesome to see that, and I think it really was a great event. Some things to keep in mind: heydays on October 16th. Our international student tour has been rolling out, and I think those. First one was last Tuesday. We were going to have one on Thursday, but it got moved to this Thursday because of the hurricane. It was really awesome. I think they enjoyed it and had a good time. Then Auburn Answers website, it's still in testing. I mentioned this last week, but when it gets finished, we're planning on looking at what that'll look like to roll out onto the new Auburn app. So we'll have Auburn Answers in the new and improved website there. So that's kind of our goal with that. That's all I have. Thank y'all so much.
Thanks, George. Now report from the teaching staff.
Okay, so like I said a few weeks ago, we're still working on the website design. Internally, we're trying to have that done on the 7th, which I think is next Monday or Tuesday. So excited about that. And then last week we got our forum team. They're so awesome. So they'll have their first meeting on Thursday and then retreat on Sunday. And then merch is in the works. So we're gonna have t-shirts for everyone, and then we're gonna have, I wanna say Henleys and, polos to buy. So be on the lookout for that, because they're gonna be awesome.
Thanks, Bob. Now our board committee review initiatives.
Hey y'all, hope y'all had a good weekend despite the outcome of the game once again. So we've had 5 straight home games. Just wanted to garner some feedback really quick about the block or anything athletics related, if y'all have anything. So I'm opening up the floor right now for OSP related.
Yeah, so I actually texted Jack about this morning, but I think that we might need to look back at the policy about request tickets. So like I applied for one like back at the start of August, and I got it Friday night at like 3:30, and so I'd already gone home for the weekend, and I still received penalty points returning to me. So I think that maybe we can address it to where if it's a request ticket like that, the deadline could be maybe like that Wednesday of that week instead of that Sunday or something.
Yeah.
So that's just something to think about.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know if this falls under the realm of athletics, but there's not a first aid in the student section, it's outside the student section, and if anything, if like anything happens, they have to like call someone over. I don't know if this is something that might happen this year, but maybe looking into next year, getting a first aid station more accessible to students.
Yep, thank you.
I talked to him earlier, and I was talking about like when they were running out of the tunnel, you know, it was just super, it felt super like disorganized. I know you probably can't do anything about that, but the cheerleaders like went out, and obviously one of them like kicked the Oklahoma player, and then like the team ran out, and then like 20 seconds later the fireworks went off. Just didn't feel. It usually does, so I just didn't know if that was somebody could have gotten hurt. I was just saying.
Thank you. Anything else?
I don't know what Luke was saying, I requested for a guest pass, and I didn't get it until like Friday at 4, so like by the time my person was gonna come to the town, so I was like, interested, and they come on Friday.
I noticed this week, I mean, it's probably happened other weeks, like, people from the locker room club will sometimes walk into the student section. It's like, I don't know where they're really going, but like, there's like adults walking up the student section by block. It feels a little, yeah, like bringing their kids in the student section. It's just like a weird entrance, exit kind of thing.
Yeah, thank you. All right, moving on. So, got my student center monthly meeting this week. Any feedback regarding student center, anything facilities wise, anything? Yes.
So the students came out outside of the CCP.
Not that I've heard of. I can ask about that though.
Traditions wall looks great. The new like aesthetic stuff is awesome.
Yeah, they've done a great job. Alright, yeah, so next point, continue to work with all campus housing tours. Met with Clay Rittenball last week. We're trying to get that implemented into the Auburn app as soon as possible. Just continue to work with technology there and Dr. Rush on that as well. The academics team has a meeting with Dr. Khan this week to discuss MCAT and BAT prep courses. I should be in that meeting as well, so I'll bring back feedback from that next week. Thank you all.
Thanks, Thomas. Okay, now we are going to give a little bit of an update of sorts from the exec team on how our exec goals are going. We know we proposed them to y'all back at the end of the spring semester, and there have been updates made over the course of the summer and the beginning of the fall, so we're just gonna let you know what's happening on our end.
Sweet. So, supporting the Student Center patio project. I've talked about this a lot, but just a little update. So, went through the second stage of board approval. We have an architect for that project. We'll go through the third and final stage of board approval in the next board meeting. And yeah, get that rolling hopefully by next spring into next summer. So really excited about that.
Yeah, so with the tennis and pickleball courts, this has gone through the board over there by RO.
Yeah, I know I've tapped on this before, but with the Student Financial Wellness Center, this is going to be a project that's going to go through multiple teams. But so far with that, we do have that class, and then we are looking at getting financial guidance counselors, whether it's peers or people that work at large financial firms, like PwC, EY, to see if they'd be interested. So advocating for the sidewalk and lighting on Wire Road. So we just received a state grant for that. So that's exciting. So that should be going through the board soon, and we have funding for it. So we're very confident that that's going to be happening. And yeah,
Yeah, I mean, we got the grant for it, should go into the budget, this month, and, I know mock-ups are being done, so it should be going to the board very soon.
Okay, so for the security shuttle tracking system, I know Thomas and, was it George, met with security 2 weeks ago, I want to say, to kind of get the ball rolling on this one, and so you all.
Yeah, so we had that, I guess, first initial meeting. This is kind of one of the last things we've been really pushing, but super positive, meeting with them. We're going to have a follow-up meeting, definitely have the ball rolling on that. Our follow-up meeting should be next month, so that is something that we're really looking at to kind of hit on, I guess, next semester and like as we're kind of going out. So, but we're making good progress on that, so looking forward to it.
Yeah, so the concept 3D map is fully up now, on the new Auburn app. So I hope y'all had the chance to look at that and, review it. Then with the touch screens, we've installed that in the FOIA desk, as y'all have seen in, Student Center. And then expanding standardizing printing services, we have improved printing a lot this year, made some good progress there, hope to continue to do so.
So the creation of the peer counseling support class, touched on this a few weeks ago, but we have a few candidates we're looking at for that. So they would be a program champion for this project, making I think a really good comparison is like the Wings Peer Mentor Program, if y'all have been a part of that. Awesome program, very successful program. I was a wing a few years ago, and basically would be that for our mental health services and being able to just serve our student body and serve especially like our freshmen with older students who are wanting to be counselors and wanting to be resources, and empowers them to do that.
Touch on how we're going to help amplify the marketing efforts of SCPS. There's actually a video coming soon featuring Forrest Ann. So y'all be on the lookout for that. I think Aubie's making a special appearance too, so we're excited to partner alongside them, especially as they go throughout their renovation season, and also too as we work on making this class a reality. Thanks guys, appreciate it. Okay, that concludes reports from our officers. We're going to move into reports from our standing committees, beginning with academic affairs.
Marina, education, no report.
Thanks, Sophie. Now a report from budget and finance.
Everybody in the business, I hope you all had a good week. You want to turn to legislation for the last piece? And I can go ahead and talk about it. Just because I know it's a lot of money. It's 37,765. The money would obviously come from the reserve fund. DYTV, the TriCaster, like their main thing, like their big old setup with all the buttons that they use, and it like went down on Friday, so they need a new one. Yeah, do you guys have any questions? I I can read the description, the full description they gave me if you guys want. We do that one after that. This is from Billy Ferris, who is in charge of student media. And when they send in an article or like submission, he explains obviously in detail what this one is going to be used for. He says our TriCaster, which is what 37 grand is the main file for our studio and live broadcast. There are already several issues with our current model. It is outdated to the point we weren't able to plug into the internet because it can't run OIT virus protection. We were managing that, but it suffered a critical drive failure today, which was last Friday. That essentially renders it useless. The price to get a proper replacement that allows our students to function in their studio and control room is this number, 37765. I have a quote from a reputable company. This would allow us to restore full operations in our control room, as well as improve workflow for allowing us to plug into the internet. This critical failure is certainly a bigger deal, but the added fix of an internet connectivity makes this more of a one-for-one replacement. It makes the learning lab not only operational, but also more functional. So that's it. Is everybody good? And I move to pass PSSB 2409-3003 from a future order to a current order.
A motion has been made to move this from a future order to a current order of business. Is there a second? It's been moved and seconded. Is there any debate? All right, seeing no debate, it is considered approved and it will be voted on as a current order tonight.
Perfect. That's it. Where are you going?
Thanks, Carter. Now a report from Code of Laws.
Laney, COSAM. I have a couple of future orders of business coming across the floor tonight. One is renaming the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee, and then another is a commendation for all of the Auburn athletes who served in the Olympic Games this year, which is really awesome. We're also working on some updates to the nursing constitution and the business constitution. Hopefully those will be coming along soon. Thank you all. Have a great week.
Thanks, Ethan. Now a report from DEI.
Engineering payoff today was actually really good turnout and great success. Really was able to kind of convey some of the things from admin to students, especially about what a lot of their questions were around. So really just help with transparency. So my committee currently, as you guys heard from Code of Law, is changing the name from Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion to Access, Engagement, and Opportunity. So that'll be coming through. We're also working on a couple of things, including the campus career closet, which David mentioned earlier. And then looking into the demographics of Auburn in comparison to some of the other SEC schools, and some of our sister schools as well. And then also looking into international students and how to get some of the undergraduates plugged in. Thank you all.
Thanks, Deidre. Now a report from Student Affairs.
Joe's at large. Not a whole lot of new stuff from Student Affairs. Kind of just working on a lot of the projects that I've been updating you all on all semester. One new thing, have a meeting with Rec and Wellness this week. So if y'all have any feedback about that or anything you want us to bring up, let us know.
Thanks, Sims. Okay, Emma Francis is not present tonight to give a report from the executive committee, so I'm going to be doing roll call for her, so just think here whenever I call your name. Senator Zyrick? Here. Senator Urban? Here. Senator King? Senator Nettles? Here. Senator Lord? Here. Senator Cole? Here. Senator Fay? Here. Senator Hopkins? Senator Inman? Here. Senator Hale? Here. Senator Scott? Here. Senator Norris? Here. Senator Sokol? Here. Senator Laney? Here. Senator Crawford? Here. Senator Zellner? Not present. Senator Smith? Here. Senator Connor? Here. Senator Yon? Here. Senator Parton? Here. Senator Poole? Senator Troutman? Here. Senator Massey? Here. Senator Hilliard? Here. Senator Jones? Present. Senator McGritter? Here. Senator Burgess? Present. Senator Peter? Present. Senator Parrish? Here. Senator Srockle? Present. Senator Marino? Senator Colaronzo? Awesome, thanks guys. All right, that concludes reports from our standing committees, and we will move into reports from our liaisons, beginning with the Honors Congress.
Ashley, Honors Congress. Hi everyone. This week, or last week, Honors Congress hosted its first family dinner of the semester with 60 members attending. The Bridge Branch hosted its second open forum, which was productive in helping them come up with what their programming will be for this coming year or the remainder of the semester. And the formal branch hosted a benefit day at the Bean on Thursday despite the hurricane. Then in Honors Congress, or Honors College, the two final students advising students panels took place this week and last week, with one focusing on entrance exams and the other focusing on research opportunities. So this week, Honors Congress already hosted its general meeting earlier this evening with 61 members attending, and the Bridge Branch is going to be hosting a fireside chat on Thursday centered around belonging, which is its first term in the Bridge acronym. Then finally, the Honors College will have its Cup at Cater on Wednesday morning, and then on Thursday, the Honors College will be hosting an information session focusing on discussing its 6 upcoming study travel opportunities for spring 2025, with additional sneak peek information about what's to come next year. Thanks.
Thanks, Victoria. Now report from BSU.
Hawkins VSU. Hey everyone. So today we had a business roundtable event in collaboration with SGA and ISO. It was such a great event, and it provided a lot of clarity that I was able to provide to BSU. So that was great. I just want to take the time to say thank you all so much for your collaboration for making it such a great event. Have a good night.
Thank you, John. Now report from ROTC.
Logan, ROTC report.
Thanks, David. Now report from ISO.
Hi all, Abhisin from ISO. So last week we had our first International Student Leaders Roundtable. So we shared updates and talk about what is going on in the international community, as well as projects that will benefit everyone. And also last week we changed our social level theme into American sport theme social level, and we provided some information about baseball, American football, and basketball to our international community. So this week we don't have social level, but next week we are going to continue our social level with our student social level. Thank you all.
Thank you. All right, that concludes reports from our liaisons. So now we will move into current orders of business, of which there is one. So we will start with PSSB 24093003, brought to you by Senator Inman.
In the business, I ask for the approval of the following: the allocation of $37,765 from the reserve fund to the line item titled Equipment of the Eagle Eye TV budget from the student media portfolio. These funds will provide Eagle Eye TV with a new broadcaster. This would restore full operations in their control rooms. I move to pass this bill as written.
Is there a second? Second. It's been moved and seconded to adopt the bill just read. Is there any debate? All right, seeing no debate, we will move into a vote. We're going to do this by hand vote since it was, the rules of order were suspended. So if you are in favor of passing this bill as written, please raise your hand and say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please raise your hand and say nay. All right, the ayes have it. This bill has been adopted. We will move into future orders of business, beginning with PSSB 24093001, brought to you by Senators Laney and Peter.
So this bill, like I mentioned in my report, we're just renaming the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee, Features Committee. Talked a lot about what they So just went through, changed all of the diversity, equity, and inclusion language to the access, engagement, and opportunity. There's a few grammatical fixes in there as well.
Are there any questions on this future order? Yes, Senator Jones.
Can you just talk a little bit about what went into deciding to change the name and what went into this name?
Absolutely. So earlier this semester, when we were talking about the campus roundtable, we met with Dr. Woodard, and he recommended that it might be a good idea to look into a name change. And so that's where the conversation started around what would it look like for us to shift into a name change. And so we came up with a couple ideas. We also got some feedback from ESU surrounding it, and then our cabinet counterparts as well. And we kind of settled on access, engagement, and opportunity, being that access kind of representing accessibility for all students, engagement representing the community aspect, and then opportunity, all in all community equity. But we did get feedback from other members of the organization, as well as Jamie and Brett Wagner, and then also Dr. Woodard.
Are there any other questions? Yeah, Senator Inman.
Is there anywhere else in the code that mentions CEI?
No, there's nowhere else, and I actually checked just a few moments ago just to make sure that we covered everything.
Awesome, great.
Are there any other questions on this future order? Seeing none, we will move on to PSSB 24093002, brought to you by Senators Peter and Yon.
Yon Liberal Arts asked for approval of the following accommodation for Auburn University athletes at the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. Whereas the Olympic Games is an international multi-sport event where the premier athletes of each nation compete in a celebration of dedication and unity, and whereas the Olympic Games take place once every 4 years, and the games of the 33rd Olympiad took place during the summer of 2024 in Paris, France, and whereas 11 current or former Auburn University athletes competed in the 2024 Olympic Games, representing 10 different countries and 6 different sports, and whereas Kanyana Sola Ajayi, a member of the Auburn University track and field team, represented Nigeria in the 100-meter dash and the 4x100-meter relay, qualifying for the semifinals with the fastest time in this heat. And whereas Favor Ash, member of the Auburn University track and field team, represented Nigeria in the 100-meter dash and the 4x100-meter relay, placing 6th in the semifinals. And whereas Makana Kashe Chiramba, member of the Auburn University track and field team, represented Zimbabwe in the 200-meter dash, finishing 8th in the world. And whereas Marcelo Shorjimi swam for Brazil in the 4x100 freestyle relay as his team finished 10th in the world. And whereas Azim Fahmy, member of the Auburn University track and field team, represented Malaysia in the 100-meter dash. And whereas Emily Halifax, incoming first year at the time of the games and current member of the Auburn University swim and dive team, represented France in women's synchronized diving, finishing 8th in the world. And whereas Tunisia Lee, represented the United States of America in women's gymnastics, competed in the team all-around uneven bars, beam, and floor events, securing a gold medal in the team competition and further distinguishing herself by earning a bronze in the uneven bars and all-around categories. And whereas Tim Kreutz represented Germany, reaching the men's tennis doubles quarterfinal stand, whereas Valerie Tazari represented Palestine in the women's swimming 200 individual medley, and whereas Donald Thomas, appearing in his 5th Olympic Games, competed in the high jump while representing the Bahamas, and whereas JT Thor helped lead the South Sudan quote-unquote Bright Stars, their historic first ever appearance in men's basketball. Therefore, let it be resolved that we, the United States students, the Auburn University students, commend these current and former Auburn athletes for their inspiring ability, steadfast commitment, and humble willingness to represent the university on the international stage. And therefore, let it further be resolved that we, the Auburn University Student Senate, commend these athletes for embodying our creed, particularly the line, I believe in a sound mind, and a sound body, and a spirit that is not afraid, and in clean sports that develop its qualities. CC, Kanasola Ajayi, Favor Ash, Makana Kashe Sharamba, Marcelo Sherajani, Azim Fahmy, Emily Halifax, Lisa Lee, Tim Kreutz, Valerie Tazari, Donald Thomas, JT Thor, Rhett Hobart, Deputy Athletics Director for External Affairs, John Cohen, Auburn University Athletics Director, Dr. Bobby Woodard, Senior Vice President for Student Affairs, and Dr. Chris Roberts, Auburn University President.
Are there any questions on this future order?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are you for sure that these are all the Auburn students that were in the Olympics?
Yes, so they did a lot of write-ups and Auburn University Athletics page online. This is the ones that they
class of whatever, because I feel like it's kind of hard to distinguish between like who is currently at Auburn and who is a former athlete.
Yeah, that's a really good question. So we obviously had that feedback when we were like kind of getting this like looked at from a lot of people. And the reasons we kind of landed on doing it this way were kind of twofold. So structurally, it looks really cluttered and monotonous if we do their name, former Auburn University swimmer or whatever, because you have to do that for every single one, and it just looks a lot like Auburn, and that kind of leads into the second one, which is more of the heart of the accommodation, was to honor them for what they had done. A lot of them didn't like graduate from Auburn. They weren't here for a very long time because they had to sacrifice a lot of like even their education to go to the Olympics and compete and win on that stage. So we wanted to highlight them more than the university because it is coming from us anyway. It's going to have like the seal on. It's going to say from Auburn University, not United States Senate. And so it's going to be like very Auburn-y, but we're also going to get to highlight them in a cool way. So that was kind of the reason that we talked about with a lot of people.
Are there any other questions on this future order? Seeing none, that concludes our future orders for the night, and we will move into announcements, which I only have one. I had a great meeting last week with the feedback and assessment team and cabinet to talk about that end of the semester survey idea that I had. I'll keep y'all updated as that progress is being made, but I wanted to let you know that it was in the works. And with that, our meeting tonight is adjourned.